Hello everyone, in this video let us solve this question. So we have square root of 2 minus square root of 2 minus x is equal to x. And here we to solve for the value of x. So x is the unknown to solve for. To solve this, solution. So we have square root of 2 then minus square root of 2 minus x. This equals to x. First of all, the number under the radical sign, right, it must be greater than or equal to 0. So this should be greater than or equal to 0. So that means that the value of x will also be greater than or equal to 0. So for the first condition of the solution of x, the value of x should be greater than or equal to 0. So with that, let us square this equation. We have in brackets square root of 2 minus square root of 2 minus x all squared equals x squared. So from here, the square, we cancel square root. We have 2 minus square root of 2 minus x is equal to x squared. Move x squared over to this side and minus root 2 minus x over to the right hand side. We have 2 minus x squared is equal to the square root of 2 minus x. Now, from here, the number under this square root radical sign, okay, will be greater than or equal to 0. This also means that this value right here will also be greater than or equal to 0. So in this case, right, we have that 2 minus x squared will be greater than or equal to 0. From here, move minus x squared over to this other side. We have 2 is greater than or equal to x squared. So therefore, right, x squared is less than or equal to 2. So this also is the other condition to get the solution for x. So we'll work with these two solutions to get the value of x. Okay, x should be greater than or equal to 0, and also x squared should be less than or equal to 2. So with this, we have 2 minus x squared equals square root of 2 minus x. So first, we are going to square this equation. This becomes in brackets 2 minus x squared all raised to power 2. This equals in brackets square root of 2 minus x all raised to power 2. So expanding 2 minus x squared all squared, we have 4 minus 4x squared, then plus x raised to power 4. And this equals square. We cancel square root. We have 2 minus x. Move 2 minus x over to the other side. We have x raised to power 4, then minus 4x squared, then plus x, then plus 4 and minus 2. This equals 0. Next, x raised to power 4 minus 4x squared, then plus x plus 4 minus 2 is 2. This equals 0. The next thing we are going to do is to factorize x squared from here. We have x squared into bracket x squared minus 4, and also factorize out plus 1 from this. We have plus 1 into bracket x plus 2, and this equals 0. So from here, we can express this 4. 4 can be written as 2 squared. So this becomes x squared into bracket x squared minus 2 raised to power 2, then plus 1 into bracket x plus 2 equals 0. Now, looking at this right here, difference of 2 squared. If you have a squared minus b squared, this equals in bracket a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So this equation then becomes x squared, then into bracket we have x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 2, then plus 1 into bracket x plus 2 equals 0. With this, we have a common factor which is simply x plus 2, x plus 2. So factorize out x plus 2, we are left with x squared multiplied by x minus 2, then we have plus 1, and this equals 0. Next, we can equate this to 0 or equate this to 0. So we have x plus 2 equals 0, or we have x squared into bracket x minus 2 then plus 1. This equals 0. So from this first linear equation, this right here, the value of x is equal to, move plus 2 to this side, we have minus 2. So we have the first solution of the value of x. Okay, what of this other equation? So for the other equation, we have x squared into bracket x minus 2 plus 1. This equals 0. So x squared, we open the bracket, x squared times x raised to power 3, then minus x squared times 2 minus 2x squared, then plus 1. This equals 0. So at this junction, we can rewrite this equation as x raised to power 3, then minus 2x squared can be written as minus x squared, then we have plus 1. This equals 0. So factorize out x squared from this. We have x squared into bracket x minus 1, and also factorize out minus 1 from here. We have minus 1 into bracket x squared minus 1, and this equals 0. So we have x squared into bracket x minus 1, then minus 1 into bracket x squared minus 1 can be written as 1 squared, and this equals 0. With this, we have difference of 2 squared. So if you have a squared minus b squared, this equals in bracket a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So this equation then becomes x squared into bracket x minus 1, then minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 1, and this equals 0. So from here, we have a common factor, x minus 1, x minus 1. Factorize out x minus 1. We are left with, we have x squared, then minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1. Okay, and all of this is equal to 0, equals 0. So from here, we can equate this to 0 or equate this to 0. So we have x minus 1 equals 0, or we have x squared then minus 1 into bracket x plus 1. This equals 0. From this linear equation, x minus 1 equals 0, the value of x is equal to plus 1. Okay, while for this other equation, we have x squared minus 1 times x minus 1 times plus 1 minus 1. This equals 0. So here we have a quadratic equation. To solve this, we make use of the quadratic formula, which is given by s equals b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. In this equation, the value of a is equal to the coefficient of x squared, which is 1, 1. The value of b is the coefficient of x as minus 1. The value of c is the constant minus 1. Input these values into the given formula. What we have for the solution of x, that x is equal to minus b is minus 1 plus or minus square root b squared. B is minus 1 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c is minus 1, then divided by 2 times a is 1. So from here, we have the value of x to equal minus times minus 1 plus or minus square root minus 1 squared is 1 minus 4 times 1 times minus 1, that is plus 4, all over 2 times 1 is 2. So x is equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 1 plus 4 is 5 divided by 2. And from here, we have the third solution of x as 1 plus root 5 over 2, and the fourth solution of x as 1 minus root 5 over 2. Now recall that the previous solution of x right here, we have for the value of x1 as minus 2, the value of x2 right here, this is x2 is equal to 1, and the value of x3 and x4 is this. So writing down the value of x1, which is simply minus 2, the value of x2, which is simply 1. So the next thing is to then verify which of these solution of x1 to x4 is the correct solution. Now recall that from here we have the condition to check for the valid solution of x, and the two conditions are this: that first x must be greater than or equal to 0, and that x squared should be less than or equal to 2. So these two conditions, okay, are the condition to check for the validity of the solution of x. So right here that x should be greater than or equal to 0, and x squared should be less than or equal to 2. So for the first value of x as minus 2, we have x is minus 2. Now minus 2, right? This is not greater than or equal to 0. So this means that the value of x1 as minus 2 is invalid for this given question. Okay, so what of x2 to equal 1? So x is 1 and 1 is greater than or equal to 0. So this x has 1 satisfies this given condition. What of the other second condition? So x is 1, so 1 squared, okay, less than or equal to 2. 1 squared is 1, which is less than or equal to 2. Also, it satisfies this given condition. So this means that the value of x, 2 as 1, is the correct solution for the given question. What of x3 as 1 plus root 5 over 2? So right here, in putting this value into the first condition, we have x as 1 plus root 5 over 2. So with this be greater than or equal to 0. So this right here will give us a positive value which will be greater than 0. Okay, so it satisfies this value that x is greater than 0. Okay, what of the other condition that x squared should be less than or equal to 2? So for x as 1 plus root 5 over 2, then all squared, will this be less than or equal to 2? So from here, making use of this identity that if you have a plus b all raised to power 2, this equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This then becomes, we have 1 squared then plus 2 times 1 times root 5, then plus in brackets root 5 all squared divided by 2 squared is 4. So with this be less than or equal to 2. So from here, 1 squared is 1 plus 2 times 1 times root 5 is 2 root 5. Then plus square cancel square root, we have 5 over 4. Will this be less than or equal to 2? 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 2 root 5 over 4. Will this be less than or equal to 2? From the numerator, factorize out 2. We are left with 2 into bracket 3 plus root 5, then divided by 4. Will this be less than or equal to 2? With this, 2, we divide 4, we have 2. So we have 3 plus root 5, then over 2. Will this be less than or equal to 2? From here, multiply this equation by 2, so times 2, then multiply this also by 2. Okay, so times 2. This 2 here will cancel this 2. We are left with 3 plus square root of 5. Will this be less than or equal to 2 times 2 is 4. Now, looking at this, square root of 5 will give us a value that will be greater than 2. And if you add it with 3, you will get a value that will be greater than 5. And a value greater than 5 is not less than 4. So this means that this cannot work. So for the value of x3, it does not satisfy the second condition that x squared should be less than or equal to 2. Okay, so this means that for the value of x3, right, 1 plus root 5 over 2 is the invalid solution for the given question. Now, for the first solution of x, 1 minus root 5 over 2, let us check that also. 1 minus root 5 over 2. Okay, for the fourth solution of x, that x should be greater than or equal to 0. So we have this, that x should be greater than or equal to 0, and x squared should be less than or equal to 2. So for the first condition of x, that it should be greater than or equal to 0, we have 1 minus root 5 divided by 2, right, should be greater than or equal to 0. Now, the value of square root of 5, this will give us a value that is greater than 2, and 1 minus a number greater than 2, right, you have a negative value, and a negative value is less than 0, so this cannot work. So this means that the value of x4 is the invalid solution for the given question. So right here, the only correct solution is x2 to equal 1. So this right here is the correct solution for the given question. So with this, I hope you all learned one or two from this video. Do also like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. God bless you.